Okay, so the zombie reveal trailer is here, and let's talk about it. So, looking through the set of screenshots I've gathered here, the first thing I'd like to talk about in the trailer is the gumball machine. And a lot of you guys are looking at the gumball machine, you're freaking out, saying, oh no, the perks are gone, they replaced it with the gumball machine, but no. I don't think that's the case. I think the gumball machine is actually just a new reskinned version of the Wonder Fizz machine. If you remember back in Origins, they had this machine called the Wonder Fizz machine. And basically, when you used it, it gave you a free, or not, sorry, for 1,500 points, it gave you a random perk of the select few perks that they had available on the map, and I think a few others that were not available on the map. So yeah, I think that's just what this is. It's a new version of the Wonder Fizz machine. I still believe that the perk machines are in the game, so you guys can just chill about that. Another thing I noticed early on is that one of the characters was using the Type 100, and the Type 100 is actually a machine gun used in World at War. It was an older gun from the World at War, and it was a really good machine gun, so I'm glad to see it returning. I hope that we'll see other guns returning, especially since we have the giant map. So I like the STG-44, that's another personal favorite, and double barrel shotgun. So I hope we see guns like that return. Moving along here, we have these sort of abilities. We've seen one of the characters in the trailer sort of get this Bioshock-ish type mode. He had this sort of like weird mode where tentacles popped out of him, and he had tentacles all over him, and they were used as sort of a melee attack. And another thing we actually did see was melee weapons. Well, we've had melee weapons before, but these melee weapons look a lot different, and we had what we saw was a sword with like a blue gem in it, and when we saw them used in the trailer, they were just insta-killing everybody. And we saw them actually throw the sword and slam the sword in the ground, like we see in the sort of multiplayer trailer with the gravity spikes. So the sword has this sort of, they're going to be borrowing things from multiplayer with the sort of gravity spike things. So that's cool. Another thing we saw is, of course, the aliens, the elephant in the room here, the aliens. I didn't really like this. I don't really like the idea of, you know, mixing other type of creatures and zombies. I prefer just, you know, the classic zombies and the dogs, and maybe the monkeys. But then we have some aliens and this giant three-headed monster, and there's a few, you know, flying variants. And their inclusion, I guess it won't bother me too much. It just probably looks like a boss that comes every once in a while, probably. One of those bullet spongy types. But yeah. Alright, moving on here. Another interesting thing we saw was the shield. The shield from Origins and Mob of the Dead, and I guess the car door from Green Run is returning. It's coming back, and this time it is rocket propelled. So you're able to, it seems, do sort of a rocket charge and just dash straight through the zombies. I would assume that using this move would probably put the durability of the shield down very quickly into making it break. Possibly, maybe only be able to do it maybe say 2 to 3 times and then it breaks. So, but it definitely looks like a useful ability. I'm just worried that maybe it might have some sort of cool down type of thing where after it cools down you're walking kind of slow or something and you're very vulnerable. So I'm worried about that. Getting back to the sort of gumball machine, when we saw the characters eat the gumballs, and the first sort of perk type of thing we saw was one of them, it showed the zombies moving away from the character. So kind of like Full Trade, how when you stepped in the green gas, the zombies would ignore you. So that was kind of cool. Another one, you see the girl eating, when she eats it, she has sort of like an electric cherry effect where all the zombies, like a red splash of sort of explosion just comes out of her, and it just kills all the zombies, kind of like electric cherry. So
hostile jet spotted.
it definitely looks like they're bringing back a lot of the sort of abilities and sort of changing the ways they work and stuff like that. And for the third one, this is the weirdest one. The guy eats it. When he eats it, they cut to the clip of them walking in front of a max ammo. So I wonder what's that all about. Because it would be kind of interesting if they had one where you ate it and then a random sort of power up came about. Appears. I definitely think that's. I don't think I want that, to be honest. I think it's a bit too much for the game. I want to keep it balanced, and I don't think allowing you to buy something that gives you a power up is something I'd want in zombies. But nonetheless, it looks interesting. Another cool thing that we actually see during the earlier parts of the trailer is they had. It looked like an AK-47 type of gun, but it was Pack-a-Punch, which is cool. Of course, we knew the Pack-a-Punch was obviously going to return, but I can't really make out the camo on the gun here. But my favorite camo when it came to the Pack-a-Punch camos came from World at War. I love the World at War sort of Pack-a-Punch camo. How it was that chrome? It had that chrome sort of silver, sort of tribal pattern on it. It looked really sexy. So I hope they bring that back for the giant remake of Darius. I really hope they do, because I love that camo. And coming to near the end of the trailer, we see this dude just get completely owned. He gets pulled up into this sort of like ritual thing, and he's floating in the air, and then he just explodes into blood, and I think he like turns into like a book or something, and he just gets completely owned. Maybe that's part of the Easter egg. Who knows? But yeah, that's for the Zombies reveal trailer. And I need to say one more thing before we go, is that I didn't really like the way they sort of revealed zombies for this thing, because looking at it, it didn't really feel like they revealed sort of zombies. I felt like this trailer felt like more like a DLC trailer. Like, with this trailer, it felt like they were saying, instead of saying, hey guys, this is Black Ops 3, this is Zombies in Black Ops 3, get hyped. They kind of said, hey guys, this is a trailer for our new DLC map, Shadows of Evil. Like, the way they presented it, it didn't really feel like they were presenting zombies as a whole. It felt like they were just sort of, it definitely felt like more they were showing the map in a way that it felt more like a DLC trailer. But it was still good nonetheless. I just think they should have showed off more of the sort of general innovation of zombies and what's going on with it. Maybe even showed a bit of the EXP new ranking system in zombies and a few of those things. But you know, it was good enough. I mean, they didn't have to show the gameplay this early, which they did. And that was nice. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye.